Hey guys, good morning, good morning. This is Joy. I am back again, everybody, with another video. All right, if this is you guys' first time tuning in, my name is Joy. I am a coach for narcissistic abuse. I help people overcome narcissistic abuse, recover, heal, and thrive. All right, I am 31 years old. All right, I am originally from Wilmington, Delaware. All right, I'm a native of Delaware, but I spent 11 years in Los Angeles, California, and currently I reside in Rockford, Illinois. So my experience with the narcissist is that my aunt that I lived with for 5 years when I used to live in California was a narcissist. Um, I went no contact with her in 2015. At the same time that I was living with my aunt who was a narcissist, I was dating and I ended up meeting and had a friendship with a male narc. Both of the times when I was in contact with my aunt and the male narc, I didn't know that they were narcissists until after the fact. So, it was kind of like too little too late. But, I did gain experience and I learned a lot from both of them. So I am grateful. But at the same time, I wouldn't wish narcissistic abuse on my worst enemy, if you guys know what I mean. So, yeah, I'm here today with a video. So, today I want to talk about, what happens when you set boundaries to a narcissist. Because for those of you that don't know, I just released my new video course. It's called Building Better Boundaries, A Stronger You. All right, it's a video series. It talks a lot about, how to build better boundaries, how to communicate yourself to other people so that, you are valued, you are respected. Also, how to be a high value person. I'm actually going to be making a video on that this coming. Either it's going to be tomorrow or it will be on Monday. I'm sorry, not Monday. It will be tomorrow or Sunday. My apologies. On what it means to be a high value person. But yeah, so, and also we talk about, the benefits of setting boundaries, what's the difference between unhealthy boundaries and healthy boundaries, and how to really go about, really enforcing it. And so that way, if anyone does break your boundaries, then you could go ahead and decide ahead what are the consequences going to be. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy that, again, especially if you're struggling to move on from the narcissist. You can't let them go. It's a struggle every day. You're still feeling the pain, the hurt, the heartbreak of it all. That video course will definitely be for you. So definitely check that out. And also, just so you guys know, I am doing a giveaway. So the first 5 people that do purchase the video course will get 15% off. That will be from today. And I'm going to extend it till Sunday because I do have a lot of people that are interested. So most definitely up until Sunday, if you guys want to purchase that video course, it'll be 15% off of $57, which I think is pretty affordable. So definitely send me an email at livenarcfree9@gmail.com. And also, the first person that does purchase it will get an additional prize. It's a book called The Seat of the Soul. For those of you that aren't familiar with this is definitely a life-changing book. It'll definitely awaken your mind to things that you never even thought of in regards to your mind, body, soul, spirit. It literally talks about everything in regards to addictions, responsibilities, creation, transformational stuff, psychology, power, emotions, behaviors, and yourself and others. Definitely a life-changing book. Yeah, originally it was $14 and I'm giving it away for free. So it's definitely, you're getting a lot of value with this course, especially if you purchase it the first time around, and then the others will get 15% off. And that video course, it is a lot of value, a lot of packed information. Again, especially if it's hurtful, the whole situation with your narcissist. You can't seem to let it go. You can't seem to move on. It's stopping you from living life. It's stopping you from meeting other people, or it's stopping you from being happy. And you don't know why, so we'll chat a little bit more about that. But first, I wanted to get into, and I want to do a Q&A for those that are going to be in the room because I don't know who's going to join me. And also, you guys, make sure that you are following me on Facebook as well as Instagram. I'm going to be going live on those platforms as well. But so yeah, what happens when you set boundaries with a narcissist? Now, this is interesting. I made a video about like what happens when you leave the narcissist. So it's kind of similar, but definitely different. But leaving and setting boundaries are, yeah, they're similar. But for sure, they get angry when you do this. They get really upset because they like their power, they like their control, and they don't want their victim to have standards and have respect for themselves and have high self-esteem. No way, no way. They don't want you to do that. So, when you start to set boundaries, when you start to stand up for yourself, when you start to stick up for yourself, then that kind of raises their antennas, or, they start to think like, wait a minute, like this person is, speaking up for themselves, they're standing up for themselves, and they're not letting me abuse them or control them anymore. So they definitely get angry and they try to get you back to where, they're in full control. So just be mindful. Don't be scared of it. I know a lot of us, we might be scared, but it's nothing to fear. It's just you have to set that boundary to a narcissist because you can't let them control you like that. You know what I mean? They're all about control. Also, they get jealous. Again, they don't want you, moving on to someone else, or in their mind, because you're like an object to them. So they want to control you. So it's like in their mind, even if once you do eventually decide to move on and you get over the heartbreak, they're going to want to control you no matter what. So they're going to get jealous because they're thinking like, oh, someone else is going to be with them. Someone else is going to control them or whatever. They're very jealous people, and they don't want anyone else talking to you, flirting with you. They're even jealous of like your friends and your family. That's why a lot of the times they isolate you from the people that you really care about the most. That's actually kind of like what happened with me. As I started to be with the narcissist and I spend a lot of time with him, I spent less and less time about people that really, really, truly did care about me and that were genuine friends. But because I was dealing with the narcissist and because, I kind of got wrapped up into what he had going on, I've stopped spending time with them and I started spending more time with him when in actuality, he was abusing me. And then the fact, like, once, I guess in his mind, he discarded me. But when I went no contact with him, I realized I was literally by myself. And it was like such a lonely feeling, and I get, and it makes sense why a lot of us, we go through depression and anxieties and worse, because it was like, well, damn, where is everybody? Where's my family? Where's my friends? And the narc was the only person that you had. And now it's like this person has betrayed you. They lied to you. They moved on, or they moved across state. And you're just like, well, damn, what do I do now? And I understand why that causes a lot of stress, worries, and anxieties. So definitely be mindful of that. Also, another thing that they will try to do is they'll try to overstep your boundaries. So basically, let's say, you say, I think I want to, spend more time with my family or friends, or I think I want to, what would be a boundary? You could say, oh, I don't want to have sex tonight or something like that. They will get upset. Let's say you live with them. You say something like that. They're like, wait, what? You're not trying to fulfill my needs. You're not trying to make me happy. Like, what's up? What's going on? So they will try to overstep your boundaries and say, hey, come on, let's just do it. What's up? Why are you being like that? You know what I mean? So, so just know this, that, once you do, start to implement those boundaries, then they will try to overstep them. And if you let them overstep, they'll take it. But if you stay strong and firm in what you know to be true for yourself, then they're eventually going to be like, okay, then I can't run this game on this person anymore. They already know the jig is up. You know what I mean? So they're off to, maybe talking to their new supply, grooming up someone. And you guys know that they already have multiple people lined up. So just know you're not the only one, unfortunately. And the sad part about it is like a lot of us, we learn this the hard way. And let me know, do you guys Do you agree with this, or do you guys have any feedback for this as well? Let me know. I love to know what you guys think about this. But yeah, and again, what also happens when you try to set boundaries with a narcissist is, they try to manipulate you and they try to control you. Again, the narcissist doesn't want to lose their control over you. You are an object, you are a supply, you're there to serve them, to make them feel good, to give them attention, energy, effort, time. Maybe it's money, maybe it's comfort, maybe it's some kind of resource. You are in their mind. I'm not saying that this is a fact, but I'm talking from the narcissistic mindset, like their personality, what they're thinking. Like, you're there to serve them, and they want to be with a kind of person that's like easygoing, that's really not going to put up a fight, that's just going to kind of go along to get along, like a people pleaser, something like that. So you just want to be mindful of that. If you're a person, because it's nothing wrong with having a personality type like that, but it's just to the point where you don't want people to take advantage of you, and you want to have a voice, like you want to have an opinion. You don't want to just be like a yes person. You want to stand up for yourself and speak up. You know what I mean? If something doesn't feel right, then say it, express it. And if that person is not understanding, then you just might have to put up a boundary, or you just need to have your space and your time by yourself. Now, if you're living with this person, that is a whole different ball game. You definitely kind of want to keep your distance. Just you go be in one room and this other person is in another room, or you go outside for a while, or you go and visit family or friends. Just don't be in the house with a narcissist, especially, setting up boundaries, or say, hey, I need my space, or whatever. Let this person know. And if they're not in agreement with that, well, you want to make sure you start to make your escape plan. Because again, if someone is not listening to what it is that you have to say, which narcissists don't listen, they don't care. You want to make sure that you can at least respect yourself enough to go to another spot where your needs will be met, or be with someone else with the same concept. You guys know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then also, what happens when you set boundaries to a narcissist, and let me know if I'm missing anything, you guys, leave it in the comment box. But they try to blame you for the problem. So let's say, you're not happy with the narcissist, and so now you want to set boundaries. You're just like, okay, I want to spend more time by myself, or you're just doing your own thing, and the narcissist might say, well, you're the one that is not doing anything, or you haven't been cooking like how you usually do, or you haven't been dressing how you usually do, or you aren't entertaining, or whatever. They'll say something silly like that. So they'll kind of try to turn the problem back onto you. In actuality, in a relationship, it's not only one person doing all the work and the other person just sitting back. That's an ideal relationship for the narcissist, where they're the taker and you're the giver. You know what I mean? But it should be 50-50 kind of relationship. You guys know what I'm saying? Or 100%. So yeah, so that's that. And again, they'll try to blame you for the problem. All right. And another example too could be, let's say you have children with a narcissist, and let's say, the child is upset because maybe they don't get enough emotional support, or they just feel sad, or, and the child comes and talks to you and the narc, and the narc is like, oh, well, you should be spending more time with them, or you should be helping them with their homework more, And it's like, well, you're here too. It's not my responsibility to help the kid with their homework, or, you know what I mean? Just like little stuff like that. They'll just try to blame everything on you. You know what I mean? Or which I don't recommend this, and I'll make a video about this, about, maybe you say you might leave the narcissist, or you might mention, oh, I have a friend, blah, blah, blah. I spend time with them, because maybe the narcissist is not showing you enough attention. Maybe they're not meeting your needs emotionally. And you say, oh, yeah, I went out with my guy friend, da, 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 da. And then, well, they'll say something like, oh, well, it's not like, you are doing anything for me, or it's not like, you're that fun, or it's not like you're that attractive. Like they'll say something silly or stupid like that, or they'll be like, oh, well, you gain weight and you're not attractive, something silly, and just try to blame you literally for everything, blame you for all the problems. Like if it's the ending of the relationship, they'll be like, well, it's your fault, you were not doing your part, whatever, in the relationship. You're the reason for the demise, and you didn't spend enough time with me, and you didn't make me happy. They'll literally twist this whole situation, make it so that it's your fault, And so, yeah, so just be mindful. This is definitely what will happen when you decide to set your boundaries with a narcissist. Again, have no fear. You can overcome this, and it's not the end of the world. But I would just say, when it comes to, maybe you might want to leave the narcissist, or maybe you just want to end it altogether. Don't really say that to them, because they will really go off, and they will try to do literally any and everything to keep you there. Like they might even try to cry. They might try to beg you, they might say, oh, I'm changing, I'm going to do better. Please don't do this. And they'll really make it seem like, they're going to change and be better. But don't fall for that. It's only going to get worse. And they're actually probably going to even try to punish you. That's another thing too. When you try to set boundaries, they might try to punish you. So they might try to do silent treatment. They might gaslight you. They might be passive aggressive towards you. You know what I mean? And they might try to even ignore you, bully you, and just be very mean. So never let them know what you're doing, But in the meantime, setting your boundaries, especially if you don't live with them, if you don't have any children, just start to distance yourself slowly but surely. They'll kind of notice it. I mean, if they don't really care about you. So they'll notice it just because they still want that power and control over you. But eventually they're going to be like, okay, this person is not falling for the lies that I'm telling them, and they are seeing right through the mask that I'm putting up. So they're eventually going to let it go. But at the same time, they still are going to hoover you. They're still going to probably do this whole smear campaign and flying monkeys and all that stuff. So yeah, hopefully this video was helpful. If you guys would like further help with me, definitely visit my website. If you guys would like one-on-one coaching with me, I do have a 90-day coaching package program where I talk about how I overcame narcissistic abuse, and how I actually can guide you on how you can overcome narcissistic abuse with my 90-day coaching package program. And also, you guys, I did release my Building Better Boundaries video course. I released it yesterday, and I'm doing a giveaway for the first person that does purchase it. But for the 5 people that do purchase my course this weekend, get 15% off of the course. All right, you guys, I think you guys are really going to like it. It will definitely help you with understanding why it's so hard to overcome, the narcissist, and also why it's hard to put up boundaries. But it also actually helps you with teaching you how to do it, how to not be so fearful, how to stand up for yourself and be that high value person that you always dreamed of being, and having respect for yourself, having respect for other people, and having people respect you and seeing you as a person that's valuable and worthy of a healthy relationship and worthy of listening to, you know what I mean? So definitely check out that video course. As I said, you guys can send me an email at livenarcfree9@gmail.com, or you can visit my website. That link is below. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on what you think of this video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. And I will be live again on Sunday. We will be talking about narcissistic abuse. Again, don't forget that that sale for the video course ends on Sunday. So again, make sure you guys check it out. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.